Hello, this is Kevin Annett, Eagle's Strong Voice, speaking to you on October 1st from the territory of the Republic of Canada, formerly the Dominion of Canada, now under common law jurisdiction. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the National Council of the Republic. On September 8th, there was a law passed by the people of Canada gathered in lawful assembly, which abolished all COVID measures. They not only made these measures illegal, but they absolved anyone from Canada from obeying them. Now, this last week we issued to the Canadian government and all levels of authority, the RCMP, the police, so-called public health officials, a stand-down order. They had until yesterday, September 30th, from stopping the enforcement of all COVID measures related to masking, distancing, quarantining, and eventual mandatory vaccination. The Canadian government and its various officialdoms have not responded. They have not stood down from this lawful order representing the will of the people of Canada. Therefore, as of today, October 1st, we are announcing across Canada an indefinite and ongoing massive civil disobedience campaign against all police state measures related to not only the COVID farce, but any repressive police state measures. Now, this is addressed, first of all, to the people of Canada because we're not asking the government for anything. The government of Canada and its various agencies have twice now been found guilty under international law and domestic common law of perpetrating a regime of crimes against humanity. Not only the slaughter of innocent Indigenous children, a crime to which Prime Minister Trudeau himself admitted to last year when he admitted that it was genocide, but the finding of Canada and the Crown of England, the Vatican and its Catholic, Anglican, and the United Churches guilty of crimes against humanity and disestablishing them as institutions. But finally, this latest act, where the people gathered in common law assemblies brought in a law forbidding and outlawing these COVID measures, the government continues to go ahead. That makes them a rogue power under international law and domestic common law. They are acting against the will of the people. They are not accountable. In some areas of the country, like British Columbia, they have actually brought in a law, Bill 19, which prevents anyone from ever suing a politician for anything. This same law, we understand, is about to be passed federally. Now, we have no greater proof than this to show that the politicians and the government of Canada place themselves beyond the law. They have the power to tax without the convening of Parliament. These are measures that autocrats during the Middle Ages brought in. This is why there was a revolution in England in 1649, because the king tried to tax without parliamentary approval. The same regime now is occurring in Canada. We've gone back to the Middle Ages. The right to assembly has been abolished. Charter of Rights, which is simply an act of Parliament, which can be abolished at any time by this antiquated Governor-General colonial system. If you operate within the system, you have been reduced to a slave. That's why we are standing outside the system. We are asking nothing of this criminal regime. We are telling them, you are now a rogue power and we're actively disestablishing you. Civil disobedience consists of active non-cooperation. The citizens will not pay taxes to the federal government. They will keep the money in their community under the jurisdiction of the Republic and set up community trust funds to fund the people and the projects of their own community. They will not vote in the upcoming election because to vote in these elections is to ratify your own slavery. It is to give permission to a government to operate beyond the law, to violate the most basic cherished principle of common law, which is no one is above the law. To mark that ballot, you are ratifying that system of slavery. And we call on everyone not to vote, instead to mark the ballot through an alternative balloting system we'll set up. Mark the ballot for the Republic, join the nearest Republic Common Law Assembly, take back the nation. But the civil disobedience campaign will be aimed at government and other public facilities. They'll include sit-ins, boycotts, disruptions, protests, designed not simply to protest as an end in itself, which leads nowhere, but to actually stop the operation of this criminal regime. We will publicly defy masking, distancing, quarantining. Every noon hour, we call upon the citizens of Canada to gather for 15 minutes in silent prayer and meditation and find within yourself the power to say no, to not cooperate anymore, to establish in your own mind your sovereignty as a free man and woman. We will not cooperate with this regime anymore. Finally, We recognize the need for people not simply to act on their own, but to be organized. And for that reason, it's essential that everyone join their nearest common law assembly. See our website, Republic of Kanata, K-A-N-A-T-A, republicofkanata.ca. Write to republicofkanata@gmail.com. Join one of the more than 100 local common law assemblies that are forming or have formed across Canada. And take action yourself. You can stand by for more of these updates. We're going to be having on-the-scene reports from people on the ground who are actively boycotting and resisting this criminal regime. We will be holding civil disobedience training workshops and taking action in all of our communities to stop this regime once and for all. Finally, the best assurance you have is to take out citizenship in the Republic of Canada. Yesterday I was at a meeting where 20 people stood up and collectively said this oath. I, and then your name, hereby swear to sever all allegiance to the monarch and crown of England and to the government of Canada. I solemnly pledge my citizenship to the Republic of Canada and to its laws and to its constitution. I pledge to actively establish and defend the Republic and to stand in solidarity with and defend all those who take this pledge. I make this pledge freely, unconditionally, and without ulterior motive, according to my honor and liberty as a sovereign, freeborn man or woman. And then on the other side, it's legal identification. It says the bearer of this card is a duly sworn citizen of the Republic of Canada. He or she is entitled to all of the liberties of a sovereign citizen of the Republic, according to its laws and constitution, and stands within its protective national jurisdiction. That means you are not under the authority of Canada. The police and the courts in that criminal regime have no authority over you. You're part of a separate nation. This is something you can do now. Write to republicofkanata@gmail.com for more information and to sign up and become active as a citizen of the new republic. Finally, to those who are gathering in protests across the country, I have to ask you a simple question. Is standing around for an hour or two with a sign changing anything? Hearing famous speakers from abroad coming and saying the obvious over and over, it changes nothing. It does nothing to stop this criminal regime. We move beyond protest to active civil disobedience and non-cooperation. That is our message. We urge you all to join up. Stand by for more important announcements. This is Kevin Annett, Eagle Strong Voice, on behalf of the National Council of the Republic and the Resistance. I thank you.